What's good, YouTube? This your boy Chopper Style bringing you a review on Stargirl, episode 11. So, we start off with a scene from the janitor. He has always seemed a little bit off. Some of the things he says, you know, doesn't make sense, but they do at the same time. He's talking as if he is something more. And we all know he is because he came out of nowhere and beat Cindy with a sword that we don't even know where it came from. But we soon figure out what we all been wanting to know. Who was that message from? Was it Stargirl's real dad? Yes and no. It's not Starman, but it is her real father. And it's just like a jaw dropping moment because just the look on Stargirl's face is like, this is no way this is my father. But the mom, she obviously knows it is. Then he starts referring to the necklace that she wears, and he has the matching half. And it's like, yo, this really is her dad, bro. Like, what? Nobody's seen this coming. Man, poor brother Mike, he is always getting caught in the crossfire. I feel bad for him because he don't know what is going on. Now Courtney is cool with Pat again from his eyes, and it's like, damn, my own dad won't even talk to me and tell me what's going on. Everybody's just pushing me away, and it's like, I know they're trying to protect him, but bro, he's family. Y'all gotta let him know something, man. This dude is getting tore up, but I do think he's eventually gonna find out. He got to. Pat breaks it to Beth and Rick about Courtney and her real father. And while telling them that, that's when the janitor pops back up, this time his sword in hand. And he at first he recognizes Pat. He calls him Stripesy. But then he starts to see him as the Dragon King. And he just wants to start, swinging his sword at him and all that. But then Pat convinces him, like, yo, I know this guy. And his name is Justin, his long lost friend from the Seven Soldiers of Victory. Man, I knew he was going to be it. Maybe it was obvious. Oh well. But we find out that this dude is from the King Arthur days. His sword is actually from King Arthur, if I'm not mistaken. He gave it to him. And he even seen Dragon King way back then. So I don't exactly know how old this dude is, if he still has powers. I mean, he doesn't even know fully about himself because pretty much what they're trying to do with Brainwave now and erasing their memories or enlightening them, something similar happened to Justin. We did see Brainwave get that machine used on him to help him remember. Maybe Justin got captured and he used that same machine to mess up his memory. I mean, he must have been a pretty powerful person for them to want to make him forget everything. Hopefully, there's a way for him to get his mind back and remember who he is. It's also something with the staff. The staff attracts him in some type of way. Like he envisioned having the staff, and you've seen at the end he's seen the staff, and he's talking about her being the queen. Maybe eventually he's gonna wake up. I mean, you've seen him fight Cindy, right? He's still got it in him. And now it's also starting to make sense with Dragon King. He is mind controlling all types of people, his minions, probably his wife. It makes sense now. I almost completely forgot in this episode when Brainwave finally woke up and he is, himself. I forgot he's seen who Courtney was. Like he knew the whole time. And once he revealed to Icicle who Stargirl really was, I'm like, oh man. But then, Icicle had some type of connection with Barbara. Like maybe he was trying to win over Barbara, or maybe his wife, or Barbara reminded him of his wife or something. But he has some kind of feelings for her and is second guessing even doing this whole, mind control thing. But what's wild about that is I thought everyone looked up to Icicle and was scared of him. Brainwave pretty much told him flat out, either make up your mind or I'm gonna make it up for you. So I'm like, damn, yo, these villains, like, yeah, they're on a team, but it's like a thin line. Like they will mess each other up if they have to. I mean, but I feel Brainwave for real. He killed his mom, or not his mom, he killed his wife and his son. And Icicle is struggling over a girl that has really no connection to him. But Icicle does some investigation and he goes in on Barbara's computer, finds out that she's been looking up Starman, and I guess that right there changed his mind. He doesn't, and plus finding out everything about who Barbara is, Courtney's mom and Pat, she's dating Pat, or that's her husband. So Icicle is finally back on track. But the connection between him and Brainwave, I almost feel like Brainwave could lightweight be a leader of this whole clan if he wanted to. I mean, with the mind control, why does he have to listen to Icicle? You're already seeing that he doesn't care to step up to Icicle. So I don't know. There's like a power struggle between them two. Speaking of Brainwave, man, this dude showed up to his son's funeral, and it's like, okay, yeah, he had to, but at the same time, it's like, how could you even show up to your son's funeral knowing what the hell you did? Like, Brainwave is a different type of evil, man. Icicle didn't even kill his family, but Brainwave did, and he just like has no remorse. It's like, bro, he is cold, colder than Icicle for real. But back to Cindy and her father. Man, I'm not gonna lie. This was a very sad episode to the point to where it kind of made me angry. Her dad was just talking a sweet game. And I'm not gonna lie, it was believable. He was just saying all the right things to Cindy. I should have been there. I'm a bad person. It's okay if you don't forgive me. I don't expect you to. He wants to make up all these things. And it's like, this dude just sounds too good to be true. There's no way this dude is just out her life for all this time and then it's gonna come back and be perfect. And for a little bit it kind of could seem believable, but towards the end you find out that this dude literally, I mean, yeah, he came back a little bit because of Barbara hitting him up, but when you first seen him, he was looking at the necklace that he had, and all he cared about was getting her necklace. Like, he referenced it a couple times since he's seen Courtney, and like the whole time that's all he wanted was a necklace because it was worth a lot of money. And I'm glad that Courtney did the right thing. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna give it up because, I mean, this is my theory. It's better for him to have it that way. She don't ever got to see him no more ever again. Like, it was hard for her, and it just, man, just to see how messed up he was doing all that. And then when he left, he couldn't even call her Courtney. He said, "See you later, kid." Like, damn, it's like that. As soon as you got the necklace, you stop calling her by her name. It's just kid. Man, I'm not gonna lie. When Pat chased him down and gave him that upper, man, that was so good. He deserved an ass whooping. I was hoping he got hit a couple times, but I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully that's the last we see of him, man. It probably is. That was just rough to watch. Courtney has been going through a lot ever since she got the staff. Things have been slowly been getting worse and worse and worse. And then meeting her real father was just the icing on the cake. And she just had a breakdown. So much of a breakdown. She's blaming everything on herself. Joey's death, Henry's death, she's blaming it on herself. Yeah, she has something to do with it. But I mean, come on, Henry saved her life. And her staff isn't even working for her anymore. And she thinks it's 100% because she's not the father of Starman. And then when she was around her crew, the new JSA, they all made her realize none of them got their powers. Well, our man's powers came from, his dad. But Yolanda, her powers didn't come from her dad. They were given to her from Courtney because she believed in her and she's doing really good. Same with Beth. Like she said, I didn't know who Dr. McNider was or anything, no connection to him, but look how much she's done with it. And Courtney needs to realize that too. Even Pat was telling her, the staff knew you were not Starman's father the whole time. It's just she believed in herself and she was righteous enough to become a hero. She could take up the mantle of Starman, and the staff knew that. Starman said, you have to pick someone who was worthy, someone who's going to be able to take up the mantle. And Courtney, when she lost insight on herself, when she lost all hope for herself, the staff lost hope in her too. And she had to regain that hope and that fire back in her to make the staff work for her again. And after everything that has happened to Courtney and realizing where the true powers of the staff come from and why it chose her, I believe Courtney is going to be totally different now. She knows how high the stakes are. She knows way more than she did when she first got the staff. She's not going to, I don't think she's going to be jumping into action so quick. She's going to be way more thoughtful of her actions. She's going to want to work as a team. She's going to listen to Pat more. And now her mom is in on it too. I think we're going to see a way better Stargirl. Sometimes this stuff like this needs to happen to bring out the great in somebody. But overall, this was a very good episode, just very sad. You know, very impactful. Like watching this series, this was the last thing I thought was gonna pop up. Her meeting her real father and it not being Starman. I thought for sure her dad was Starman. I was sold on it. This was a very powerful episode. Things just got real. Also, the timer has now started for the ISA's whole machine brainwashing thing. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that or with Dragon King. I mean, he just got his ass mopped. So it's about to get real. But if you liked the video, could you please give me a like, comment, share? Chopper Style out.